Welcome to Get the Facts, the program that provides you with information on government's policies and initiatives. I'm Theodore Henry. The Ministry of Education and Youth recently launched a new initiative dubbed TREND, Transforming Education for National Development. The goal is to keep teachers, students, parents, school boards, and members of the public informed about the education transformation process and how it will contribute to national development. Here to tell us more about the campaign and how it will improve the education system is Faith Alexander, Chief Education Transformation Officer in the Ministry of Education and Youth. Lady Alexander, greetings.
And hello to you.
All right, let's jump right into getting some facts. TREND, it's a very trendy name. I'm sure it was chosen deliberately, but what exactly is TREND?
All right, so as you said earlier, Theo, TREND is transforming education for national development.
Right.
And we know as a nation, to be successful, we need to have our citizens educated and ready to be global citizens. Education is a vehicle that will take us where we need to go.
Okay.
And so TREND is just simply that. Transforming education for national development. We know education is not sexy, so we want it to be trending.
Okay. You know, I'm picking out a word you just mentioned, global, which means that we're looking at specific kinds of education that make students able to fit better into a global market.
Yes.
That's the idea here.
Absolutely.
All right. So can you tell us how TREND came about?
Yes. So in 2021, the Prime Minister commissioned the Jamaica Education Transformation Commission to do a deep dive into the educational system and the landscape across Jamaica.
Right.
And so Professor Orlando Patterson, a noted sociologist, was commissioned to undertake this research. After many, many months of research, Professor Patterson and his group came back with over 365 recommendations. Yes, and the thinking behind the 365 recommendations is that if implemented, and these are from early childhood to the tertiary sector, we should be able to transform our entire educational system.
Okay. And the thinking then is that transform the system, then we get better outcomes.
Absolutely. We get better outcomes, better opportunities for our young people, better outcomes for the entire Jamaica.
Yeah, you know, it's fascinating that when you think, you mentioned it's not just like high school or tertiary, but even from the early childhood level. And I know many people might think, I mean, what do you need to transform teaching babies? They're babies.
Yes, but you know, you made a good point, Theo, because when you think about building, right, you know that the foundation is the most important part of the structure.
Right.
And so when you use that analogy and you think about education, right, the babies are the ones who need that foundation that will steer them into a better, to have better outcomes for their academic life.
Right. I'm already sensing the transformation even in the language, Lady Alexander, and I really appreciate that. So tell us a little bit more about the definite goals of the initiative.
All right, so our long-term goal is, of course, aligned with Vision 2030. And it really is to allow every single Jamaican child to have access to equitable education. Right. So even if a child is otherwise abled, right, there is room for that child to be able to obtain an equitable education. So not because a child may not have a limb or a child may be blind or deaf, but they need to have the same quality education as a child who is, as we would say, a normal child.
Right.
So that's what we want, an inclusive, equitable system.
Yeah, we're looking at socioeconomic backgrounds as well.
Yes.
I understand. So why is it critical that not only the school administration, who we usually think about when we say education, but everyone? Why is it that everyone needs to participate and be informed when it comes to the education system? All
right, so when we think about, as you said, not only teachers and the educators, but we think about parents. They are a huge stakeholder group. So, you know, we just need to look around in society to see what is happening. We need to engage our parents. parents need to be able to go to their children's school, be a part of that process. They need to understand what the kids are learning in school. They need to take an active role in their child's education. And to that end, we are working with the National Parenting Support Commission,
Right.
and they have an aggressive campaign this year to work with over 100,000 parents to upskill them in techniques such as better parenting, how to have that conversation with teachers, how to help their children to do that homework,
Right.
because most of the time when the kids get homework, parents are the ones who have to do it, right? So parents are an important part of the transformation process.
So Lady Faith, y'all teaching the parents too.
Oh, absolutely.
Education is moving beyond the classroom.
Yes, yes.
All right, so the Education Minister, Favor Williams, indicated at a recent town hall meeting at Jamaica College that Trend would address 7 pillars.
Yes.
We'd like to know what those pillars are and why they are crucial.
All right, so remember I mentioned 365 recommendations.
Yes.
So when the 365 recommendations are broken down into 7 thematic areas, which we affectionately call the 7 pillars of change.
All right.
And they are governance and accountability. That's ensuring that the system is fit for purpose, right?
Okay.
Putting the right people in the right places. There is the Early Childhood Commission, and we spoke about that earlier, right? That the babies form the foundation.
Right.
And a considerable amount of money has been earmarked for that portion of the transformation sector.
Right.
Then there's teaching curriculum and teacher training. Of course, that is speaking to the curriculum and, of course, upskilling our teachers. The 4th pillar is the tertiary sector. Again, teachers, colleges, community colleges, and so on, ensuring that they have adequate sourcing and resourcing and funding and so on.
I have to break you right here, Lady Faith. We're going to leave them on a small cliffhanger because we're going to take a quick break right now. We're talking about transforming the education sector. We're right in the middle of the 7 pillars that will drive this transformation. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Get the Facts. We are currently in Youth Month, and the theme is the Year of Youth, Trending for a Sustainable Future. So it's already a trend to focus on our youth in this month, and I suppose in the future. Faith Alexander, Chief Education Transformation Officer in the Ministry of Education, is here to provide additional information on how we are going to get on board with transforming our education system, not just for now, but for the future. Lady Faith, we were right in the middle of the pillars. We had done 3, and you had brought me to 4, the 7 pillars of transformation.
Yes.
Please.
So we spoke about the first 4. Number 5 is TVET.
TVET.
And as you know, technical, vocational, and vocational education is trending because we just have to look at those celebrity chefs. We have to look at those people on HGTV who are making a lot of money in construction, right? So TVET is another important pillar.
Yes.
And to that end, we are partnering with Heart Trust, to roll out a lot of TVET activities and so on.
Okay.
Pillar number 6 is infrastructure and technology, and I know a lot of people's ears will perk up when they hear that, because the government and the Ministry of Education has spent an inordinate amount of money on bringing broadband to all the schools across Jamaica. In fact, we are about 60% of the way in ensuring that all of the schools in Jamaica have Wi-Fi access. And that is continuing as part of the transformation effort. And then finally, finance. Of course, that is an important pillar, right? How do we ensure that there is equitable resources across the system and so on? So that's the last pillar, finance.
So that last pillar, pillar number 7, finance, it's not just about the money to get things done, like the broadband project, for example, but to keep the thing running.
Absolutely, yes.
All right, all right. So we're in Youth Month, and what's currently trending for November?
So Youth Month, as you have mentioned, is this month. And we have something exciting that's happening in the transformation effort. So we recently started our school pop-ups. We had the first one on Tuesday, last week Tuesday at Stats. And we launched our TikTok competition there as well.
All right.
So students, I would encourage them to enter this competition because we have some fabulous prizes.
Fabulous prizes, tell us.
First prize is $100,000.
Oh, wow.
Second prize are tablets, and third prize is a $20,000 school book voucher.
Okay.
So to enter, students have to follow the Ministry of Education either on Instagram or on Twitter. Sorry, X. Right.
Right, you are. Right, you are.
And they have to create a 60-second video. Now they can do it independently or they can do it as a group. And what we're asking them to do is to be totally creative. They can use words or even some of the expressions from the trend jingle, which I'm sure everybody has heard by now, right? And just talk about what transformation means to them, what trend is or can do for the future, and or even one of the pillars. Right.
All right.
So just important note, Theo, the competition ends on December the 31st, and we are going to be announcing the winners on January the 8th.
Thank you for the note. So pretty much what they're already doing with dovetailing into with education. You guys have time and the prizes. Man, I wish I was a student at this point. But so you spoke about the long-term goals of Trend. After Youth Month is done, the youth focus never ends. So what are some of the other steps that may be taken, this year into next year?
Sure. So importantly, in 2025, CXC is moving to be totally online. And to that end, we have improved and upgraded every single high school's computer lab across the length and breadth of Jamaica in anticipation of this move to e-learning and e-testing.
Right.
In fact, 3 subjects at the CSEC level are currently being tested, and schools are also using this opportunity to engage the kids and show them how to use e-testing in their regular curriculum assessments at school.
Okay.
Additionally, we are looking at improving the early childhood sector. Again, the foundation.
Foundations.
Right? So to that end, we are currently working on a program to have one trained teacher, at least one trained teacher in every early childhood institution.
Okay.
Now there are some 2,300 of those institutions.
Wow.
And again, it's all about, that quality education and, for the children who are our babies, that foundation again.
Yes. Wow, it's a great deal that's on the plate here. And I'm imagining that all these pieces are coming together to make a ever-expanding ripple to transform the sector. Where can people go to find out more information?
Well, we currently have on the MOE's social media pages, of course, and of course on the MOE-wise website. So stay tuned. We have a Trend website that's going to be launched very, very soon.
All right.
And we're going to be going around and engaging our parents as well. So they'll be hearing a lot in the near future.
All right, Lady Alexander, we are right at the tail end of this interview. At the beginning, we spoke about teachers, students, parents, people who are on school boards, members of the public. Every single one of those groups are represented in our audience right now. They're watching. And I'm wondering if you have a final word you'd like to give directly to them.
Absolutely. Students, I urge you to take an active role in your education. The government has spent billions of dollars for, to pay your teachers. Please be respectful to them. Take this opportunity and run with it. Education is something that nobody can take away from you. Parents, I urge you to be more involved with your children in their day-to-day activities. Remember, you are the link between what they learn at school and other parts of their lives. And finally, Jamaica. I would love for you all to be a part of this transformation effort. It's going to take all hands on deck, and we want to get education trending.
There you have it. This has been Get the Facts. Our guest was Faith Alexander, Chief Education Transformation Officer in the Ministry of Education and Youth. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm Theodore Henry. Take good care.